The November 2024 Visa Bulletin is out, and if you're waiting for that much-needed update on employment-based visa cutoff dates, there's some good news. They remain unchanged. Yes, you heard it right. No big shifts or surprises in this month's update. But before you go thinking this is just another same-old announcement, let's dive into what this means for you and why it matters. So, if you're looking at the employment-based EB categories, we're talking about EB1, EB2, and EB3 visas, as well as others like EB4 and EB5. Each of these categories has its own unique cutoff date that governs when people from certain countries can apply for permanent residency based on their employment status. The fact that these dates are remaining unchanged might sound a little underwhelming at first, but when you break it down, it's actually an important piece of the puzzle in the immigration process. Let's start with the EB1 category. For those of you who don't know, EB1 is for individuals with extraordinary abilities in their field, outstanding professors or researchers, and certain multinational managers or executives. This is the golden ticket for many high achievers. Now, despite there being no changes this month, the EB1 category for countries like India, China, and the Philippines is still moving along at a good pace. The cutoff dates are holding steady, meaning that people who are eligible under this category still have a solid shot at getting their green cards. For those of you who are in the EB2 category, which typically includes professionals with advanced degrees or those with exceptional abilities in the sciences, arts, or business, the unchanged cutoff dates might feel like a bit of a mixed bag. On one hand, no movement is somewhat frustrating, especially if you're waiting for your priority date to become current. On the other hand, stability could mean that the government is trying to prevent backlog issues from getting worse. Right now, it's a waiting game for many, especially those from countries like India and China, where EB2 demand is incredibly high. One of the things to keep in mind when looking at these employment-based cutoff dates is the historical context. The Visa Bulletin is updated monthly, and it can often feel like you're stuck in a never-ending loop of waiting. But historically speaking, some categories tend to see quicker movement at certain times of the year, often around the end of the fiscal year, or when the US government adjusts its priorities. For the EB5 investor visa, the cutoff dates are remaining as is, and that's great news for people hoping to invest in US business ventures. The EB5 visa requires a hefty financial investment, but it's one of the few ways to bypass some of the usual employment-based visa backlogs. So if you've been considering this route, this could be your chance to make that big move. The consistency in the November 2024 Visa Bulletin offers a sense of stability, but it also reminds us of the ongoing challenges in the immigration process. It's not just about waiting for your priority date to become current, it's about managing expectations in a system that's often unpredictable. There's no denying that for many applicants, the lack of movement can be incredibly frustrating. But take a deep breath. If you're still in the game, you're one step closer to your green card, and that's something to be grateful for. The immigration system is complex, and for many, the Visa Bulletin can be a little daunting. But when you break it down, each update is a step toward understanding where you stand in the queue. Even if the cutoff dates remain the same, it's a reminder that the system is constantly evolving. Yes, it's slow. Yes, it's frustrating. But it's also working to balance the needs of all applicants. No small feat. And let's not forget, this is a process that takes time, and patience is key. If you're still waiting, hang in there. You've made it this far, and every step you take brings you closer to your dream of working and living in the United States. The November 2024 Visa Bulletin might not have given us a lot of movement, but there's always hope for the future. Just because there's no immediate change doesn't mean things won't shift soon. Keep your eyes on the prize and stay ready for whatever comes next. Thanks for sticking with me through the November 2024 Visa Bulletin update. I know it might not be the most exciting news, but understanding these updates is crucial for anyone navigating the immigration process. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit that like button, share it with others who might need this info, and subscribe for more updates. Got any questions or thoughts about the bulletin? Drop them in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Stay patient, stay hopeful, and as always, good luck with your immigration journey.